It's Heather at Adventures in Gardening, and today we're going to be taking a garden tour. Not a full garden tour, but just the highlights, the things that are really pretty that are probably going to be gone next week because the heat is going to move in next week. But I definitely didn't want to miss out because there are things that last for such a short time, like the iris and the peonies, and then there are things that I've been working on that I want to show you as well. I have 1 week left. I'm just finishing up my plant sales for the year, and it takes all of me to do the plant sales, and it's great. I love to meet the people in the community, and they definitely have showed up this year. It has been a fantastic year, despite it has been cooler than normal and rainier than normal. We've had so many rain days. I've just stood out, out front at my stand in the rain with people, and it's been great. It really has been. But now I'm shifting gears completely. So is everything like I want it to look like for a garden tour? No, it's not. But we're going to do this because there are some things that, you might come away with some ideas for your own garden, but they're just so pretty I want to share with you. So let's go take a look. All right, so here we are out front, and the knockout roses this year have been absolutely spectacular. Like, I don't remember them ever looking this good. There's a few that are a little on the short side, but man, are they pretty. And super fragrant. They smell wonderful. So they are looking really great. And I've got my gate sconces planted up this year. Something a little different. And I want to show you this David Austin rose down here that I always think, oh, you're in the wrong place. No, this rose is in the right place. It looks fantastic, and it smells wonderful too. Here's another one of my sconces down here, and my stand is still up. And so I am in the midst of planting the inside with all the dahlias. Some of them are a lot taller than others, but they're looking fantastic, and we've had, dare I say, a low slug year. The front garden bed needs some work. There's a lot of things that need work, but I'm just like, I'm doing this tour no matter what. The hellebores were wonderful this year. They're past their prime right now, and the Dutchman's pipe vine is blooming. It's looking really nice. It's really filling in nicely. I am not thrilled with my hanging baskets this year, but that is my choice because I chose a color combination that I'm not thrilled with. I don't like the pink and the purple. That is bubblegum pink petunias, and I'm probably going to change that out. But the black tuxedo Weigela that's planted out front is a stunner right now. It's super pretty. And nothing too spectacular in the front garden bed, so I'm going to try to skip things that are not that showy right now. But I do want to show you this rose again on the inside of the fence. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So the strawberries and blueberries are over here. They really need a lot of attention, but the strawberries are coming in pretty good. I didn't do a great job of keeping the beds weeded, so we won't really look at that today. I did want to show you down here by the front steps. I've been working on collecting different kinds of sempervirums, hens and chicks, so I can have like a little tapestry. Now in the back here, the dappled willows are really filling in nicely. They look really great. I've got a new rose here that I planted. Look at this. Oh, that is just gorgeous. In this little corner here, the garlic is on the back side, and these are vegetable kale from last year, and we actually eat these little tips like they're broccoli. But there comes a point that you just can't keep up anymore, and I just let them go and let the pollinators come in. I've got some zinnias planted back there this year. The peppers will go over in that corner there. And what I really want to show you is in the back garden today. Because look at the poppies. Oh my goodness. Are they gorgeous or what? Now I never set out to put orange here because I'm more of a pink and purple person, but I don't even know how they got here. I must have thrown seeds down, but man, I just love these. So this is Paula Fay. Is it Paula Fay? Yes, Paula Fay, and she is an early peony and just finishing up. I don't know if I have any. There's one right there. That looks really great. So that comes and goes while the other peonies are just starting to come in, and they look really great. This, my arbor needs to be replaced desperately. It's just standing out of habit. It had a couple of mishaps this past winter because we've had so many windstorms. The sweet autumn clematis, I think, is gone. The whole arbor fell over, and anyway, but I did not have this rose bush. This is new. I think this is Eden. This was not attached at the time, which is really good. So I can't wait to see that bloom. So this is the other side from the outside, some more peonies. And Amsonia, some butterfly bush over there, more Amsonia. Lots of iris. So let's go ahead and go in and I'll show you some things I've been working on. The bloomerang lilac has finished up for the season, so I need to trim that back. And if you come over this way, I've got a lot of columbine. So this is my hosta garden that I've been working on, and I'm going to do a completely different hosta video where I name all the names. So I'm not going to do that today, but I've got a great big Solomon seal here and some hellebores tucked in. This is really starting to make me so happy. And I love shade gardening, and the canopy is starting to fill in nicely overhead. I love hosta, but there's some gaps, so we're gonna have to go shopping this year. And I've got my pots of coleus tucked in here. I keep moving them around because the hostas are growing so big. And this is the newest portion back here, and it's starting to fill in. It looks like something, I have like 3 family of Canada geese that have come through. It looks like some things have been stomped on. And so this is the back view of the garden. And so over here is where I have spent a lot of time this year. This is the year that enough is enough. I'm done. I'm done with things. I ripped everything out here. It was just this mess of weeds and coreopsis because I used to have this hill so nice, and so I spent some time down further. I will go back again. There's a lot of daylilies down there. My daughter planted this smoke bush, this green smoke bush, years ago, and it looks great, and there's like iris all through here. So I spent a lot of time just culling, just ripping things out. I ripped everything out of the front, and I put zinnias in here. So I'm looking forward to closing the plant stand and getting back to work in here. And the same thing goes for this side. The iris look great. Don't they look great? But I ripped everything out of the front, and I'm going to continue right here. All of this creeping phlox that has the grass. I'm done. I'm done. This is the year that I'm done with certain things. So yeah, I'll be ripping the creeping phlox out, and if I save it, I save it, and if I don't, I won't be sad. So I've got some more peonies right here that are later in the season. One of them is Beauty Bowl. Looking forward to that. There's the cat sleeping in the garden. I've got quite a few different, well, I have 2 different spiderworts. So this is one clump here, some more peonies down here. And that is the back garden. Now I want to show you the view from the deck so you can see where we're headed next. All right, so here we are up top. We can pretty much see the rest of where we're headed in this tour. We're back to where the blueberries and the strawberries are, and that is my vegetable garden, one of my vegetable gardens, and my greenhouse. And then down below there's a structure I grow tomatoes on, peach tree on the hill over here, cherry tree. So yeah, I like the fact that I can see everything from here. Come on, Annabelle. So these pots I'll change out a couple times over the season. That that row right there is, I should have done it last year. Oh man, I'm kicking myself for not getting out here and taking care of that last year. It is going to be a flower border. I laid down cardboard and then grass clippings, and I even used a compost accelerator to try to get it to happen this year. I don't know. It may not. I don't know. I do have some more zinnias started just in case. But here are the peaches on the peach tree. Looking good. So the reason I put a border here is these stairs need to be replaced, and it is not anytime soon on the list, but I want this to look a lot nicer than it has in years past. Come on, Annabelle. Today is mowing and weed whacking. Oh, before we do that, so this is, I have 3 columnar apple trees. They're getting really tall. That is the oldest one, and then I've got that one, and then that one right there is the new one from this year. So the vegetable garden is not completely planted yet. I do have a lot of lettuce that I planted early. The peas are just starting to bloom. This is more kale from last year. I have a few tomatoes planted, some more lettuce. So all of these pots, this is different for me this year. All these pots are semi-determinate or determinate tomatoes that I'm going to grow right there. Will I like seeing it in the garden? I'm not so sure yet. Also, I have window boxes with petunias I grew from seed. Will I like that? I'm not sure either. I don't like to see, maybe they'll fill in and I won't be focusing on the containers so much. I have carrots that need to be thinned. All those carrots right there. And I have a skunk that comes through every night, digs holes. Ugh, stinker. This is the purple sprouting broccoli. Some of it's gone to seed, and that's okay. Come on, let's go, Annabelle. I have my Garden of Whimsy almost planted fully. The plants are really small yet. Amaranth, zinnias, ageratum, lots of nigella. You can see that all that green there, that is all nigella. There's some that have buds on them right now. Annabelle, I don't know what you think you see. We are on alert all the time. There's always so much going on here. It's crazy. Hey, baby Belle, do not lunge up that hill. No, ma'am. So this side of the greenhouse is where I have plants that are up and coming. Like, you know, all of my pots that have spring things, those are petunias that are for later. I have milkweed here that, you know, is to feed my monarch caterpillars when they start to arrive. I am going to be planting some of it in the ground. I have a spot that I want to plant it. So some of these are just for later. Some of these I'm like nursing along. It has been cold, so the basil looks a little cold right there. And she is interested in something. There is something. And my two pots outside of the greenhouse here, I always love to put the stock in them, and sometimes they look fantastic and full and other times not so much. I do need to replace them. I totally love this little double calibrachoa. I love it with that lemon ball sedum. There is not much to see in the greenhouse here. I have a few pepper plants, a few tomatoes. I want to kind of keep this tour on the shorter side today, so I won't dig into the weeds with you, but show you things that I think are notable. I love this kiwi vine. Look at the color on this kiwi vine. So we're up top here and you can see how tall my elderberries are. We get a lot of elderberry fruits. I've got clematis looking really nice. And what I want this year for this size, I want another. I want another climbing rose. I've decided. I was a big time rose lover when I was in my 20s. Of course, at the time, hybrid teas were all the rage. I won't buy a hybrid tea ever again in my life, not on purpose. But yeah, no, I love the Old English roses, the David Austin roses. So I want another rose for right there. So this hillside has my bottle brush buckeye planted that's filling in nicely, but so we look a little unkept, and it's on purpose because the lightning bugs. I have to keep an area where the lightning bugs can kind of hide and hang out, and there's milkweed in there, there's Queen Anne's lace, and I will, at one point, I will take and mow it, but not right now. This Baptisia looks really good, but I wanted to show you I worked very, very, very hard in between customers on this little, I used to call this the pit, and now it's the flower pit. This is where I'm going to do things that I'm just going to cut. So I have a lot of snapdragons in here, the ranunculus. That's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the ranunculus. Oh, because will they hold up to the heat that's coming next week? I don't think so. So I'm going to try to do some bouquets. Is today Friday? Oh my gosh, today is Friday. It's flowers on Friday. Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. We shall see. But at least you can enjoy them with me. So I have cosmos and I have got zinnias planted in here. I spent 2 entire days pulling wormwood out, which was this tangled mess. The roots were so tangled and just a carpet of roots in here. And it was worth it. Bachelor buttons. I've got some sunflowers, red velvet. So it'll be fun to see this area not looking wild this year. So I'm looking forward to that. So another one of those areas where I'm like, enough is enough. I've got to do something, or I've got to sell the house and move, one or the other. So right to the left of my chicken's gate, this is where we were up top and we were looking at the elderberry. Look, they just make this wonderful canopy for my hostas. Look at this beautiful bleeding heart. It was so gorgeous this year. I love that gold color. I've got some more columbine growing in here. And this time, I don't remember what kind it was, but it's really pretty. I think it looks really nice. And these spirea, look at these. Oh my goodness, what gorgeous spring color they have. And we're going swimming. You swimming? Yeah. All right, so here we are down at the bottom of a hill, and we'll go this way first. I've been tying up my strings for my tomato plants. We're nearly planted. It has been chilly. It has been cold. We've had cool nights still. So the tomatoes are definitely looking forward to the heat next week. So they're all almost planted. And I've got this hill behind that has a lot of things, nothing too notable. Asters for later in the season. I don't like rose campion. I dislike rose campion. I would like to pull it all out. Yeah. And the Rosa rugosa that I grow for rose hips. And this garden is another one of those gardens that I just, over the years, I would just walk by it and say, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get to it. Well, I did it. I did it. And I ripped stuff out. And so now I have brand new, I've got yarrow. This is double diamond yarrow planted down there. So that's gonna be really pretty. The Amsonia, the Clethra. So it's going to be kind of blue, silver, white, and some pink thrown in. But I'm super happy to get that done. Now that other side, oh yeah, that's not done. Someday. Maybe this year. No, we're doing it this year. Okay, we're doing it. All right, so let's look at some hostas over here. The raspberries, I have not trimmed those back yet. I do need to take care of that. Doesn't look like that many canes this year. The grass is growing a little bit through here. That was supposed to be a nice path for the kids to walk barefoot on. Rhubarb, I transplanted the rhubarb over to there, and those are ever-bearing strawberries planted in there. The kids got a new mud kitchen this year, if you want to see it. My father-in-law built it. It's really cute. So we spend a lot of time down here making mud pies. Little hosta garden back here. Another shade garden over here, and we will talk hosta and shade gardens on another day. Love to talk about the hosta. They're looking great. Everything really really filling with all the rain that we've had. Everything filled in like mad. So where am I headed next? Well, I am going to redo this garden. This was the main hosta garden. There's a lot of persicaria that has taken over, and I don't mind it so much, but there's gaps. Things happen in a garden. The garden evolves. So I am headed here next, and the other place that I am headed is to basically, I'm just like demolishing things this year. I'm just pulling stuff out, making hard choices instead of, trying to like tenderly weed around things. No, I'm making hard choices this year. I am headed up there. All right, I started very early in the season and it got out of hand. My hugelkultur hill is right up there, and then we've got this hosta border. I'll show you the hostas, but I am going to just rip things out. So yeah, I love these shrubs. I've got some great shrubs in here. Winterberry. The male is in there. I see bittersweet. Oh, Annabelle. I see a big dog, a big wet dog. Hey, big wet dog. Hey, hey, hey. Out. Anyway, there's much to do. I'm going to get rid of all of the hemerocallis that's in there, the ditch lily, and yeah, so this is where I am headed next. All right, so that is it, my friends, for today. Thanks for walking around the garden with me. I really like the fact that I can share these things, kind of document these little moments in time, because in a garden things change so quickly. And, to be able to kind of memorialize them in a video, I think is a really cool thing to do, and share them with other people who normally would never visit my garden here where I live in Connecticut. Next time we will spend more time with individual groups of plants. I've got the hostas and the dahlias, and the vegetable garden is an entity all of its own. There's a lot left to do to get the garden up and going for this season, and TikTok, man, we gotta get going. So thumbs up if you enjoyed spending time with me today, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next adventure in gardening. See you soon.